you have our commitment and our partnership to make significant progress together.
Today, actually, we're very close to the launch, to the anniversary of the launch of the Lancet Commission for Sub-Saharan Africa, which we did in May 10th last year in Ghana. And so we're going to have a small presentation about what has happened until now. So really looking forward to the next session. I'd like to welcome my friend David, please, to the podium. David, I don't know what to say because David has actually, with the Lancet Commission, I don't know what the vision that started the Lancet Commission for Sub-Saharan Africa, but it's just kind of really started something, a big movement. It's really shined the spotlight on Africa that, we never could imagine. And, it's just started a lot of things. And I really just want to thank you, David, for that vision. Let's welcome David.
Well, good morning, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here. Dear distinguished guests and colleagues, last year, the Lancet Oncology published a commission on cancer control in sub-Saharan Africa that you've just heard briefly there from Will. The commission has emphasised several actions that need to be prioritised as a matter of urgency in that report. These included establishing and maintaining robust cancer registries, creating effective cancer control plans, incorporating cancer care into universal healthcare, early cancer screening and prevention, incorporating palliative care into the care network, building and training the oncology workforce, boosting cancer research, and increasing the use of telemedicine and innovative technologies. Now, many of those actions not only overlap the ambitions and the needs of oncology in Africa, but also the ambitions of any cancer moonshot. And like many facets of global oncology, these are bidirectional. Investment and help on the African continent from those countries that are able to do so can greatly benefit the diaspora in the donor country and beyond. The burden of non-communicable diseases, especially cancer, is fast becoming the primary cause of premature death worldwide, irrespective of the development status of the country. And this is because lifestyle and behavioural changes are shifting. A shift towards an ageing population, etiologies linked to globalisation, genetics, infection, and the environment. But also increasingly, most health systems everywhere are increasingly fragile. And collectively, these are all important determinants of health. Now, the Lancet Oncology had the great privilege of collaborating with the White House under President Obama's administration on the first moonshot. And we proposed a plan of research actions for the US, building on the Blue Ribbon Panel report out of the NCI. That commission, co-led by Professor Jaffe, who unfortunately is unable to join us today, was launched at the UN headquarters in New York with the then Vice President Biden. Now, upon inauguration of the now President Biden, the leads of this prior commission published a commentary with us calling for a reboot and a reiteration of that first commission, but focused on the things that really matter today. And that reboot of the moonshot offers a tremendous opportunity. Under the leadership of Professor Will Ngwa, Miriam Mutabi, who's in the audience, Cynthia Villarreal-Gaza, Professor Riechak, who's in the audience too, and Pat Laura, the Lancet Moonshot 2.0 Commission will focus on partnerships between the USA and Africa, and the USA and Latin America. The goals of this commission will be to define the scale of the deficit of the cancer workforce, probably the biggest pressing need that we've ever encountered. To identify the best practices and gaps in care delivery that can be filled through innovations in research, education, partnerships, data management, and funding. To provide moonshot solutions to deliver effective, safe, efficient, and equitable cancer care at the point of need, and to define a return on investment for citizens in Africa, in Latin America, and for the diaspora from both regions who live here in the US. Now, although each African and Latin American country will need to adapt the recommendations from this report when it's eventually published to best suit their own specific needs and requirements, with strong coordinated partnerships, both within and between countries, alongside US collaborators and stakeholders, a moonshot plan that actually also incorporates some aspects of groundshot, which I won't go into today, but it's the counterpart to moonshot, can really make a difference. So returning to, as said, it's 12 months on from the first Commission on Cancer Care in Sub-Saharan Africa. The commissioners in that report made a remark which I think resonates, and it's a remark I mentioned a lot last year when we were travelling around promoting and launching that commission. But I think it really resonates through the Moonshot Initiative. And that quote is, "We've seen too many reports, too many words, too many good intentions, too many families torn apart, and too many excruciatingly painful deaths to see yet more delays in taking collective action."